Somebody left a mad dumb comment in the comment section talking about, yo, the intro of this video was too long. I couldn't do it, so I ain't watched the video. Bro, you could skip the intro, bro. Like, your phone ain't gonna bite your thumb if you slide the slider to the beginning of the video, bro. You heard? You know, the first 90 seconds of the video gotta be clean, bro. So I gotta do an intro, you heard? But like I said, man, Hulu is $8.99 on sale, I think, man. It ain't no intros. Follow the guard body on Instagram. You heard, I'm looking nervous out here with that little 7,000 joints. I need some more followers. Make sure you follow the guard on Instagram. You heard? Check out that 50 Villains Deep. You heard? All Brownsville rappers. Know what I mean? Subscribe to the Bro T-Bone Blast YouTube page. Let's get it. A dude hit me up the other day. He was like, Laz, lately the videos, a couple of your videos weren't up to my audio preference standards, and I would prefer you to have better audio quality on your videos. I said, bro, yeah, word. I would prefer you send about 1,800 Cash App out your paycheck. You heard? Dude's getting too entitled with this free content, man. Netflix is 16 cash a month. Go sign up.
She pulled it out. That shit was like Freddy Krueger, like, and I'm looking. I'm like, oh my god! Oh! Laz, I started screaming. I was scared. I was like, oh, I'm a booster. I ain't killed nobody. I ain't stabbed nobody. I ain't jumped nobody. I'm out here stealing clothes. And then my daughter's father came home and was killed a year later. For real. For real. Baisley Park. My daughter's father was killed in Baisley Park. They shot him. He was 6'7". They shot him execution style back in his head. He was 22 years old, about to be 23. And like I said, he had already did a 3 to 6. He came home. He was home for a year, and they killed him over $1,500. Yo, I tell you no lie. They killed my daughter's father over $1,500. And the day before they killed him, they called his mother, and they told his mother, "Your son owes us some money." But they knew his mother had money. His mother worked for an insurance company back then. She used to bring home like $1,000 a week. You know what I mean? And she was like rich in the hood. You know what I mean? Everybody knew she had money, even though she was a cokehead, whatever. She had money. So these dudes called on the phone and said, "Yo, your son owes us money. We want this $1,500." And she thought it was a prank, Laz. They killed my daughter's father the next day.
But what you mean? Like he was selling drugs for dudes that owed?
He was selling, yeah. He owed this $1,500 for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe all I could think of back then was he fucked the money up. You know what I mean? Back then, $1,500 in 90 what? What was this? 93? That was like $1 million back in 93. You know what I'm saying? So they killed him. Yeah. Shot him in the back of his head. 6'7". This dude, my daughter's father, 6'7". His name was. They shot him in the back of his head in Baisley Park in Queens. Yeah, yo. For real, I went through that. Back then, you know what I mean? They just was sweeping shit under the rug. Oh, this dude got killed. That dude got killed. Baisley, Rockaway. That dude got killed. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? It was like nothing back in the day for black men to just die, and then the fucking cops act like nothing happened. So I don't know. Took that man out. He was only 22 years old. My daughter was 3 years old. My daughter was 2.9 years old. For real. I'm a G, yo. I'm 47 years old. I'll be 48. For real, I went through that shit. Word, I went through that shit. Southside. I'm from Southside. I lived around the corner from the Lost Boys. Big Nice. Big Nice just came out of jail. He did what, 31 years, something like that. I know the history well, yo. That's my hood. That's why I be on your stories, yo, for real. I won't lie to you. I be on the stories heavy. That shit wild. How you just, but you know what? Yo, chuck it up to the game. I don't know what he did. $1,500? I don't know what he did. You know what I'm saying? So he lost his life. Unfortunate. The hood was sick. I was sick. My daughter is now 32 years old. You know, never knew her father. She knew him, but she was 2.9 years old. So she ain't know his favorite food. You know know what I mean? She ain't know what made him click. She didn't get no father-daughter dance. None of that. Because niggas is wild. New York is crazy. Glad I got my son out of there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, New York is a shit too. On the flip side of things. But yeah.
Nah, so you said you had got locked up before with your daughter?
Yo, alright. So you know Green Acres Mall?
Mm-hmm.
Green Acres Mall out there in what was that? Spring Valley, Long Island, etc., etc. You go to the mall, you take pictures with the black background. That's that old school shit. Alright, so yo, every day, me and my homegirl, we used to go to the mall. We used to go chill. We used to go to Ponderosa. We used to go get food and eat with the kids, etc. Alright, so one day she was like, yo, I'm gonna go inside Kids R Us. You know, Kids R Us is a spinoff of Toys R Us, but it was just Kids R Us where they sold kids' clothes. And kids' clothes like, yes, Oshkosh B'gosh. What else they had? They had a lot of designer things for kids. Very expensive back then. But if your kid had these clothes on, you already know. Your kid was the shit. Alright, so my homegirl tells me, she's like, yo, we're gonna go, we're gonna get something to eat, we're gonna have a good day. So she go in the store, and we come out the store, and she like, yo, I got this jacket, I got this t-shirt, I got this onesie. She had all this stuff. So I'm like, wait a minute. Girl, why you ain't give me nothing? You know what I'm saying? Like, so she was like, nah, you gotta learn how to do this on your own, etc. Alright, moving forward, 2 months later, I was right alongside of her. So what I used to do with my daughter in the stroller, this is terrible. And please, I do not promote none of this shit. This is terrible. I'm somebody's grandmother now, but you know what? I did it. I don't regret it. And I told my daughter eventually. But anyway, so I used to take my daughter, and she'd be in the stroller, and I would walk through the drugstore first in Valley Stream in Green Acres Mall. I would walk through the drugstore in like six big jumbo size Pampers, and I would put 3 on one side and 3 on the other on the back of the stroller. And I'm out, shoom. Next thing you know, I'm in Kids R Us. Shoom, I'm going through there. I used to put mad clothes under the stroller. So now my daughter got every Guess jumper. She got every Guess t-shirt. Every Oshkosh B'gosh, whatever. Yeah. So I'm doing this like, I had a getaway driver and everything. So I'm doing this like once a week. Twice a week. So I was just greedy. You know what I'm saying? I was getting too much. So then one day, my homegirl, she was like, yo, let's go to the mall. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we go to the mall. We walking around. So I don't see my friend. I don't see her. So I'm like, all right, let me just do my thing so I can get up out of here. So I do my thing. I go through the front. There was like a door, one door. So I go through the one door. I try to go through the second door. The second door was locked. So I'm like, yo, why this door locked? So I'm looking around. I got my daughter in the baby stroller. I got the 6 bags of Pampers. I got the 6 bags of Pampers, my pocketbook, my daughter, and some police came out of nowhere. Stop! What's your name? Well, you know, they did the whole surround me. You know, took me in the back, started questioning me, where you live at. You know, why you out here with your daughter looking crazy, doing stuff, etc. So they threw me in the cop car. My homegirl was in the cop car. So I was like, damn, they had her too. But she didn't bring her son. She usually bring her son. This was one day she didn't bring her son. So she in the cop car by herself. She done told them her name is Angela. Old girl name was like Tina or some craziness. I don't remember her name, but it wasn't Angela. That's a damn sure. Yeah, she told them her name was Angela Davis. I'll never forget it. Because my last name's Davis. So they take us to the precinct, all the way out there, Yaphank, or whatever, Riverhead, whatever, Long Island. I'm from the hood. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Queens. I'm not from this way, but oh well. That's where we got caught. So then, this was the bad part. When I got to the precinct, they put me in a cuff, and I'm sitting there, and they was letting my daughter run around. Oh God, hurt my heart. My daughter's running around, and she went into the next cell, and she put her hand in the handcuff, and she was like, "Mommy, look." Broke my heart. I started crying. And the police was laughing at me. They was like, see, look what you created, look what you started, look what you did. Yeah, unfortunately, my daughter was in the handcuffs, and they thought it was funny. So they was like, like cheering my daughter on, and my daughter's all like in handcuffs and shit, thinking is what we were supposed to be doing, because obvious mommy is sitting in there in handcuffs. This is terrible. So then after that, she wound up calling her baby father. And I knew her baby father. My baby father was in jail, like I told you in the beginning. My daughter's father was on that 3 to 6. So he come. Her baby father come, and this dude mad cool. So he take my daughter. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, I'll be back for y'all tomorrow. So his name was Ephraim. He was mad cool. I think he got killed by one of them, anyway. But he was mad cool. He came, got my daughter, and took her home. Long story short, we went to court a couple of times. No. Before that, when we got in the precinct, when they take you through like the intake or whatever you want to call it, and they see a doctor and all this other craziness. So now I'm in the cell. With my homegirl mother was in there, her uniform, because she was going to work but went and brought some crack. That was crazy. My homegirl mother in there on the floor in the security uniform. It's like 40 other chicks in there in one cell. Yo, dirty, nasty, disgusting. Smell like pee everywhere. I couldn't take. I was just like sucking it up because I'm from the hood. I'm from New York. It's whatever. You know what I mean? It was expected. I was out there boosting. It was gonna happen. So I'm in there chilling, just watching my back, trying to keep my back up against the wall, because somebody told me you go to jail, keep your back up against the wall so you can see everything going on. So I'm looking around. It's whatever. Nothing really going on. And then this lady came through. I think she was like a crackhead or something, dope fiend, something. So she was all dressed up. You know how they dress in all these craziness, all these crazy clothes and whatnot. Next thing you know, it was her turn to do something. Like they called her to the gate, and they started arguing with her. They told her to take her shoes off, and she wouldn't take them off. Finally, she took her shoes off and lit that whole cell up, yo. This lady had been sleeping in the streets for days on days. You know what I'm saying? She just smelled like she just didn't wash. It was crazy. I couldn't believe I was in jail, yo, for real. So, well, not jail, whatever intake is called. So then she got mad. She started wailing. She was like, I don't want to be in here. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. I'm hungry. Somebody do something. Da, 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 da. Yo, didn't this lady pull out a machete? Yo, when she pulled that machete out, I thought my life was over. I started praying.
She pulled a machete out. She pulled a machete out in the holding cell.
I swear to you, I could not believe my eyes. I got on the ground. I started, my whole gangster went out the window. I was no longer a gangster. I was no longer a booster. I was no longer nothing but a little girl. I swear to you, I started crying. I started praying. God help us. She got a machete. The gate is locked. You know the officers ain't care. They didn't care. They didn't even want to touch her because she was stink. You know what I'm saying? When she took the shoes off. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't want to touch her. It was terrible. So what happened? They wound up keeping us overnight.
They ain't come in there and try to get it from her?
Yo, they sure didn't. She pulled the machete out, and for some odd reason, they act like they didn't see her. But they saw her because she was at the gate. You know what I'm saying? And the officers was passing. They saw her pull it out. That's why I was scared. That's why I got on the ground and started praying. Because she just had it. She was like on some, she pulled it out. That shit was like Freddy Krueger, like, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God. Oh. Lads, I started screaming. I was scared. I was like, oh, I'm a booster. I ain't killed nobody. I ain't stabbed nobody. I ain't jumped nobody. I'm out here stealing clothes. I was scared. For real. Because she was in there with us and that gate was locked. And no CO, nothing cared to come and get her anything. Okay? It was a big woman. She was a big woman, but you knew she was like a dope fiend or something. Like she'd been around the block. She'd been in this holding cell a couple of times. You could tell. That's why she had that machete probably, because she was ready. Yeah. So after she pulled it out, and she showed it to everybody, I was scared. A couple other girls were scared, but nobody was really like worrying about it. Like, she ain't gonna do nothing. Alright, so then she put it back. But everybody knew she had that shit on her. Let me tell you that. Alright. So time go on, we in there, we all together. People swapping stories. Lunch come around, I give my whole lunch away. I don't care. I don't want none of that nasty shit. I didn't know what it was. I ain't even drink the milk. Alright. Time go by. This prostitute coming in. So now, you know, I'm stressed out. I gotta call my kids. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, my daughter went with my friend baby father, so you know, I gotta call my kid, like, yo, see what's going on. So this prostitute comes, she got a bag of quarters. A whole bag of quarters. Right? So everybody knew how scared I was in there from when I started praying and I was screaming. Right? Okay, so now here comes the prostitute. She got a bag of quarters. And I'm asking everybody, yo, let me get a quarter, I gotta call my daughter. And everybody was feeling sorry for me. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew I was in there on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So nobody had no more quarters. So here go the prostitute gonna come out of nowhere and pull out the bag of quarters like ching 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 ching. I was pissed. I was like, yo, wait. I asked nicely. Let me get a quarter. And she was like, no, because I gotta call my whoever she said she had to call. Yo, don't you know that lady that had that machete told her, get that girl a quarter now. Then that prostitute ended up that quarter. For real. I'll never forget it. This happened in my life, yo. That prostitute ended up that motherfucking quarter, and I called my daughter. For real. Yes. I'll never forget it. And then from there, of course, just sitting in there, we spent the night. My homegirl mother still was in there with her uniform on. She spent the night. She was coaching me all night. Everything gonna be all right. Don't worry about it, etc. I'm scared out of my mind because I knew this lady had the freaking thing. And I'm scared of her because I'm not closing my eyes in here. She pulled that out again. Somebody might not wake up in the morning. I stayed up all night. Next day I went to court. My friend's baby father, he did come back. He came back and he got us. That's my word. He came back and he got us. I was forever in his debt for that. I don't know what that dude at now. I think that dude got killed though, for real. But yeah, man, lads, another time I get arrested. Yo, this.
Oh, so this is me going back and forth with a good brother that feels like he gotta let me know that sometimes the audio quality is not up to his standards on certain episodes. You heard? Like, you know, aside from me reminding the brother that, you know, Netflix is 16 cash. If you want some extremely high quality audio, they got that on the flicks, baby. 16 cash a month. But over here on free YouTube, you know, them complaints go in the suggestion box. But yo, check it. Look how I responded to the dude though, right? I said, my homie, I'm getting interviews from dudes that you will never hear on other platforms. When you got Bin Laden and Saddam Hussein on tape, you can't complain about the audio quality. Some of these dudes don't have the new iPhone like you. They living in shelters and some in the can, you heard? Some of these dudes got Obama phones calling in. You sound like a spoiled American complaining about audio quality. This YouTube, my dude, and my theme music is epic, because he also said I shouldn't do the stories with the theme music. I said, my theme music is epic. Once every 50 episodes, it might be a little too loud, but oh well. You enjoy that Bin Laden interview however it is. Or you could go pay Netflix 16 cash a month and you don't have to worry about any sound quality issues. You heard? This is the ghetto, home slice. Enjoy, sincerely, Popcorn Gang, nigga.